What's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out another video. So I had a client cancel on me last night at about 11 o'clock, which sucked, but I'm gonna make the best of it. Came out here to do a little fun fishing. Haven't really had a chance to spend a whole day by myself fun fishing, so I'm gonna get out here today and see if I can't do a little sight fishing from my new tower that my buddy Bobby built for me. It's a little cloudy, but that's where this tower really shines. You get that extra elevation and you can see on days that are actually a little bit tougher. Granted, you're gonna be able to see better, obviously, if it was sunny, but using this tower in the clouds definitely helps you still be able to sight fish on times where it'd be a little bit tougher. So this will be my first video sight fishing from this tower. So I hope y'all enjoy it. We're gonna get out there. Gonna throw this this creature bait by Z-Man in comparison with this diesel minnow and kind of see if we get some different reactions. Similar color to the red bone that I like. I forget the name of this one, but it's a little green, a little black, but we're gonna see if the fish will eat it. They really do like creature baits this time of year. So stay tuned and I will see y'all out there later.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Nice fish.
Come on, fish, show yourself. Flounder over here. Redfish right there. Spooked on it. One more chance of this bait. There he is. He ate it. Hard to see him, but thrown in front of those wakes as they're pushing around in here. Thanks for playing, buddy. Need a really long net from up here. That first fish, I got a perfect cast on him and he blew off on the bait. He was already a little uneasy, I think. My trolling motor bumped bottom a few times. But this fish smoked it. I just had it out in front of his wake. I didn't get to see the eat. I mean, it's only 8 inches deep right there, but they got it all muddy in here and the clouds are out. Probably a little 23, 24 inch fish. Oh, sorry, buddy. Come here. You didn't think twice about it. I'll have to eat another day. That was a cool scenario. So I heard these fish blowing up in this creek mouth. It's a spot I do like to fish. And they were just going nuts. There's probably a dozen fish in this creek mouth. And I got up in here and they had it so muddy, I just couldn't see them. But I could see their wakes as they were pushing around. So I pitched that bait out in front of their wakes. First fish, I had a good shot on, spooked on it. Second fish ate it. Picked it up, kind of swimming at me. I didn't even realize he had it for a second. Was able to set the hook and land him, but about a 22, 23 inch fish. I'm gonna stick with this bait for a little bit. I want to see if I get any more refusals on it. Just curious. They're definitely eating a lot of bait fish right now, but on this low tide, they'll key in on shrimp and crabs a little bit more. So we'll see if this bait gets more refusals or if these fish, you know, kind of start to eat a little bit better. So stay tuned. All right, the second bank's a little bit deeper. Wouldn't have fished it except we just got some sun, And the fish don't seem to really want to be shallow all that much. And so having a bank like this that's got a little bit quicker access to deep water, I might be able to find some more fish sitting up a little bit shallower. That last bank's usually real productive, and all but one fish were jammed up in one little creek mouth. They were actively feeding heavy, but it was slower than I anticipated with the conditions that we have. All right, I got him. Can't see it. Terrible casting. He's just right on this stingray. There he is. Little guy. Blew that. Got a fish belly crawling down the bank out in front of me, tailing. Big fish too. I see him coming down this edge. Really well. He'll stay under shallow, we'll catch him. It's a good fish. Got him. He smoked it. That's a real good fish. Gotta love when they show themselves that much. God, this reel's going out on me bad. That's a good fish right there. Love catching them when they got their backs and tails out of the water. Whew, this reel needs to be retired. I think it got dunked a little bit. That might be a 30-inch fish there. Maybe a little better. I mean, it's just crazy how much more you can see from this tower. We've got glare, clouds, mud. This bank is super mudded out, but I could see that fish. Once he initially showed himself with his back and tail out of the water, I could see that fish from 40 yards away, 30 yards away. Made that cast, let him get there, one pop, he smoked it. Good fish. All right. Carefully climb down. That fish might need a net. Oh, that's a pig. That is a pig. Wish I had my boga. Might be a 13, 14 pound fish. Just clobbered that thing. Tape real quick. Let's see how big it is. Just under 30. 29 and a half. Whew, that was fun. Literally twitched the bait 2 times. Beautiful thing about a Z-Man right there on that eye strike. Texas eye. Let this fish go. It's just chunky, healthy fish. That's what happens when they stay up shallow. There he goes. Well, that was a sick bite. That's what it's all about. That's my favorite eat so far from that tower. I could see that fish. I think he blew up at first down the bank. Kind of drew my attention to him. And I looked and his back out. His tail kept kicking out. Kind of kicked off the bank a little bit to get that right angle. Threw it across his path by about 2 or 3 feet. He actually heard the splash, kind of kicked over towards it to go look at it. And when he got over there, just pop, pop, 2 little twitches and he smoked it. So that's what it's all about. We're gonna climb back up in the tower, see if we can't catch a few more for you. Stay tuned. This right here is the benefit of a trolling motor over a push pole. I'm fishing deeper water right now. It's kind of hard to pull out here, but I can easily slide back and forth between these 2 banks because I'll have a fish blow up on one bank, kind of go over there, investigate that, and then a fish will blow up on the other bank. I can turn around and go hit the other bank much quicker than if I could do it on a push pole. So it allows me to fish a little more aggressively and kind of fish both sides of a wider creek like this. There's a fish that blew up right here a second ago. He came over here, he was gone. One just blew up here again. So we're gonna give this little pocket one more shot. Do not see him in there. He was up in there. He was up in that creek. There he is. Got him. Got him. Back to back. I would have never caught that fish from a skiff. He was in 3 feet of water. I could still see him on the bottom from this tower. Got you that time, buddy. Smaller fish. Still fun. Super blue tail. Lots of spots too. Stay away from that tail nutter. God, that bite was so sick. Probably a little 22, 23-inch fish. Texas eye right in the corner of the mouth. Thanks for playing, buddy. So released the fish on that bank, turned around, kind of started working back down the edge. Fish blew up where I had just looked for one. I couldn't find him, came back over here and caught him off the edge a little bit in a little bit deeper water. That tower was everything there. If I'd been on a skiff, I would not have been able to see that fish. But he was on the bottom in 3 feet. And once I'd picked up that color shallow, I could kind of keep up with where he was a little bit deeper. But really, really loving fishing off this boat. We're getting some good sun. The tide's just getting right. So it should just get better. So let's keep catching them. So these are the options I kind of came up with. This is a Berkeley and this is another Z-Man. I think I'm gonna go with this thinner profile crawfish pattern and see how it does. It's got a kind of a brown body with some red flake, which I really like. So we're gonna give that one a shot. I think downsizing like the actual width of this bait is gonna be real helpful. Ah, oh, golly, that fish was right up in the freaking grass. All right, it's been tough the past 30-45 minutes, but a fish just blew up in this flooded grass right here. Let's see if he'll stay shallow enough for us to go get a shot on him. I just have not been very aggressive on the later end of this. Oh yeah, there he is. It's a whole pot of them. You gotta be freaking kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Had the bite. Pulled it out of his mouth. Fish was still very happy on the hook set. I freaking threw it around this rod tip. That right there shows you why you need to have a clean deck. That was 4 overslot fish coming out of the bank together. Well, that wasn't as productive as I was hoping it was going to be today. That tide, you know, crept in. It was a decent tide for a little while, but the fish just weren't quite wanting to get as shallow as I was hoping, and I had trouble seeing a lot of fish until they were close to the boat because of the cloud cover. The tower definitely helped. I was still able to see fish that I wouldn't have been able to see in my skiff. Never fished the diesel minnow like I was talking about. Kind of stuck with those crawfish patterns, those creature baits, and you know, was pleased with the way that the fish reacted to them. But I definitely had a decent amount of fish blow off of them or decide not to eat them. So I probably should have thrown, you know, a minnow profile or a swim bait and seen if there had been a difference, but I wasn't getting the amount of shots to really have, you know, been able to break down a decent analysis of it, you know, what those fish were wanting more and what they weren't wanting. So, but fun day overall. I'm gonna do a lot more videos sight fishing from this tower. I really enjoy it. I like having that elevation, being able to see even more. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up button, leave any comments here, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later.